So while Telesto was giving the D2 community the spin jitsu treatment and kicking everyone in the throat,
oh shit, here we go again.
In which I was unable to participate fully because of my Twitter banning. Damn that Rylee Reloaded, known only for his legendary crypto scams. But I was finally finishing up putting that little chef's kiss on my no grenade shatter dive only damage video. Look at you in all your splendor and glory.
That is one big pile of shit.
You know, it's a Rylee Reloaded video, and there's at least 10 more efficient ways of completing the challenge, but there's that little hint of jank that makes it special. I'd like to think it's the same type of thing that made the first Dark Souls game so damn good. Nothing works properly, but that's by design, and god damn it, it was beautiful. Now excuse me while I slap this Hive Knight with my limp wiener. Come here, you son of a bitch! Submit! Submit! To get back on topic, the main thing I love about my channel is that it's a community project. I've had the great honor to meet some of the finest people both here on YouTube and hiding away in the Chronophobia Discord server, where we actually host some fun events. One thing that I am more than proud of to have taken part in has been the server faction wars, where we host Olympic level games to see which of two teams can come out on top and claim the glory. This Thunderdome presents itself as a gauntlet of 3 challenges, where the faction's respective leaders choose from their roster of D2 warriors and commit these gladiators to banging knuckles. The reward for winning this gauntlet was simple, elegant by design. Our very own approach to the sword logic of lore. You're allowed to keep your team's respective role and chats in the Discord server, but for those that lost, you were given the Super Slurper Guac Guac 9000 and sent straight to fucking God. DCV'd with extreme prejudice. Our very own Zeus, Dom, will descend from his throne on Olympus and bring with him pure devastation on the fallen house. Now the first event has a special place in my heart, not only for the insane amount of work that Dom put on the events and coordinating with everyone, but the fact that we were able to gather everyone around in a Halo 2 era LAN party-esque event to root on our favorite teams. Felt like a relic from the good old days, something that has increasingly become more difficult as the gaming landscape has veered off into play online, from your home, in the dark, by yourself. Existence do indeed be a kick in the nuts. But if you're wondering why I'm speedrunning the intro to this conflict, it's because we've already had videos that go in depth to the event, to which I'll link on screen and in a playlist dedicated to the wars. It definitely isn't because in the last video a commenter said to me, "Papa Rye, your stand-up really ruins the pacing of the content," to which I flicked on friendly fire, enabled PvP mode, and I leaned in and said, "Stand up? I prefer to lie down with your mom." You know, I'm just kidding. That whole interaction was hilarious with me, but I will admit, they dealt a crushing blow to the old Rylee pride engine, so I won't string you along anymore. Let's kick off the events of the Discord faction wars once again. In this video, we find ourselves rolling up on the final 2 challenges of the faction rally. The 2 Goliaths battling kaiju style on the streets of New York. This time, our reigning champions from the last war, the House of Meyrin, yes, the Shader, and a collection of smaller factions that join together to match the overwhelming numbers of Meyrin. Duke it out in a raid race, much like the one in the first ever Shader War of Legend. This time though, the raid up on the chopping block was the vow of the disciple. This was to be a race of no glitches, a clean speedrun was to be had. After Meyrin's first win in Dares of Eternity, Dank Devastation, your lightless provider, took up the mantle of strategist for the House of Meyrin. Now this was to be a speedrun amongst friends, a nice friendly competition between the server. During this challenge, Dank, in collaboration with Callum, created something that was nothing short of goddamn impressive. The shit they pulled has to be some of the most unique planning for a challenge that I have ever seen. Something that shook the very foundation of the contest to its core and actively fucking altered the rules. Now I want to say that I'm doing my best to remove my bias from these challenges because I am a member of House of Meyrin, and I believe this was acceptable in the first war because we had Decius Jin take up the mantle of the Satu tribe. But he just left Satu. Such a sad day. They'll be missed. Come on! By someone, I'm sure. Do it! Wait, you're sick too? My very own brother and Dom take up the duty as lead moderator for it as a neutral party. But since the whole thing was conducted by our grade A moderators, Cosmic and Zeno, I as a spectator have to stop huffing my lads and Meyrin's farts and play the neutral party myself. Anyways, the thick dick turbo meat monsters of kidding. Calm the f down. Now to recap the race, originally my plan was going to be to show off the raid race in its entirety with frequent cuts back and forth from Meyrin to the Coalition, kinda like the Dares of Eternity run. I loved that style of editing, especially when it comes to a competition, but I either can't find the proper recordings of the Coalition's runs with their Discord audio, both are possible. I forget things regularly, but it would be a bit unfair to me to just post the Meyrin side of it because I really want to represent the Coalition in this, as this is their event too. They were a huge part, even taking up the mantle to try and topple Meyrin. So I've opted to show the final of Meyrin's run and their reactions to the time and just go into the summary. If I can get my hands on those clips, I'll be more than happy to create a video with just the race clip because I know it would be a worthwhile watch. For the next war, though, I'm definitely gonna dedicate an underground agent or something to send me all the neat images, propaganda, and full videos from the runs. I definitely feel a bit bad for not being able to represent everyone properly, but that's a failing on my part. Again, Coalition, forgive me. Oh god, he's a Meyrin Sith! Ban him!
That's 3 of them.
I'm warming something, then I'll be ready.
Worm and
No.
Why? Why do we get this?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just restart. We're just restarting. It's fine.
Such
We're at 31 minutes.
That's fine, yeah, we'll get
Why does this happen?
4 minutes for the stuffed exhibition.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
That'll be our true time. Callum?
We'll cut the footage and do it. We'll splice.
Zeno, how much money do you want? Pyramid.
What is fine? What is mine?
Pyramid.
Pyramid.
Yeah. We'll just splice and retime.
Zeno, how much money do you want?
Thunder crash.
Yeah, that's time.
If we
It is
get
what
to
it
pick
is.
up that completely
It is what it is.
Go to orbit. Go to orbit.
Send us
Go to
orbit
orbit.
right
Go to
now.
orbit.
And we finally arrive at the final raid times. At the end of our race, where hours of practice, blood, sweat, and cum had been sunken into practicing and going for glory, the winner had to be crowned. The Coalition, standing at a solid time, completing Vow of the Disciple at 53 minutes and 28 seconds. Truly a run for the ages. Now you may be asking, that's pretty solid, but how in the hell will Meyrin compete with this absolute Chad of a time? Well, sit your ass down, because Papa Rye's about to give you the noose. Dank Devastation and Callum took the time to write up a fucking 10-page document outlining all the strategies required to win. It came loaded with roles, strategies, builds, etc., and so on. Not only that, but Meyrin put this into practice. Callum, Dank, and the rest of the members of the team spent a solid 20 to 30 hours practicing this method until it was perfected. The fuck are all you turbo nerds doing playing D2 casually? Go join like the military defense team or something. This level of work is squandered here, my guy. Are things all right at home? It was no surprise that when the final curtain rolled out, Meyrin sat at a total time of 47 minutes and 9 seconds. I cannot believe the amount of planning that went into something like this. There is a lot of pride for both of the houses in the server, but Meyrin pulled up their fucking bootstraps and put in the work. However, all was not well with this victory. There were many who were with Meyrin's performance and couldn't help but admire their historic W on the Coalition side, but because this was a friendly event, turmoil sprouted up, questioning if this was too sweaty for such a competition. We had a similar thing happen when someone joined Meyrin and competed in the last challenge of Satu Tribe War, where a player by the name of Waster M, who was in the top 0.1% bracket of players, just mopped the floor with Satu. And I think they left the server afterwards, so to me it seemed a bit odd to proceed with the murder of Satu. It was allowed because at the time of the contest there were no rules against it, so it wasn't technically cheating, but I will admit it did feel a bit wrong to me to bring in an absolute monster who wasn't a regular on the server and didn't bother engaging with everybody on it. But the ballads were in and the results were less than stellar, with toxicity beginning to bloom. The kingdom of Chronophobia then turned on each other, and a civil war broke out. In order to quell such a rebellion, Dank made the ultimate sacrifice. He made the choice to remove himself from further competition and the server entirely for a time to allow things to cool off and allow the games to continue. Now, I completely understand this sentiment and want to give a huge props to Dank for doing this because it really helps the spirit of competition. But I'm of the mind that he did nothing wrong, put in the work for the contest, and completely shattered it. Even with this crazy amount of planning though, the Coalition wasn't that far off from taking the W. A solid 6-minute difference. They played like demons and would be an amazing contribution to anybody's raid team. All this practice and timing was almost no match for the sheer relaxed play of the Coalition. It's like Shaggy using 1% of his power. The Coalition had unyielding amounts of potential just sitting there, and if they pulled the DBZ training arc like Frieza for a day, they would have been neck and neck. I reached out to our moderator Cosmic Essence to see what their thoughts were on the whole ordeal, and this is what they had to say to me. The Coalition didn't wipe once, and they went through pretty steadily with minimal mistakes. They were not highly optimized in terms of loadout min-maxing, but they had good loadouts. Meyrin wiped once during exhibition and still made 47 minutes, which is absolutely nuts, and I applaud them for it. It comes down to the largest difference of Meyrin had hours of practice over Coalition. Meyrin took this seriously. Coalition did practice, but not every day finding the best strategies like Meyrin did. For everything the Coalition did, they did extremely well. Meyrin definitely had the better team though. Like they were rotating roles to get 20 times Wormhunger on that one GL to 2-phase Caretaker. But Coalition had general efficiency without crazy strategies, and that alone is a sight to behold. Plus, they didn't wipe a single time. They were a well-oiled machine. The only unfortunate part is that they were a V6 team going against a V8 turbocharged team, which is something that I couldn't agree with more though. But now we move on to our final bout. We find ourselves staring down a challenge of might. Since the previous two were PvE based, it was time to bring nuts to butts and get this party started Insano style. PvP was the name of the game, which happens to be Papa Rye's domain. Since I took more of a spectator role during this war, me competing was on the table, and something that I actually considered. I would have loved to jump into a PvP lobby with everyone, just swoop in out of nowhere and just start clapping cheeks. Now everybody thinks, since Rylee is used to gliding his scrota against the broken glass challenge runs, that he can't activate his PvP chakra and slap some nerds around. But believe me, most of the people I've gone against who aren't turbo cracked fall at my feet. Cosmic said to me that my gunplay is insane and that I can latch onto players really quickly, but he knows my one true weakness. If there's any sort of strategy involved, my brain goes out the window. To think that my stubbornness and slamming my head against the wall until it fucking breaks would extend into everything I do. Damn this beautiful simplicity. But could you imagine how fun it would have been just to get ready to go up against Meyrin and then out walks the blue and orange Hot Wheels man himself. Prepare your sphincter! But sadly, I wasn't able to join the match. Would have been a great time. But you bet your ass in that next war though, I'm coming in hot. So these were the official rules for the challenge. Crimson Duos, Survival, 5 rounds, 4 lives, 3 minutes, 5-second respawn time, best 2 of 3 matches. A duo must have an entirely different loadout. What this means is that teams cannot have the same weapon type. For example, this means if your teammate is using a hand cannon, you can't use one. You can't have the same subclass element, you can't have the same class, and you can't have the same exotic slot taken up. This does not go to elements, however, such as solar weapons, as we feel it would be too limiting. Same thing goes for exotic weapons. You can use exotic weapon in the same slot, assuming they aren't a repeating weapon type. Heavy ammo is allowed as well. I want to see some crazy dynamics, people. Duos match together like puzzle pieces after all. There will be 2 teams of 2. If round 3 happens, select one of the teams to contest. No loadout changes mid-match, and maps are voted on. Goddamn, I love the way Zeno writes these challenges out. Sounds like an official announcer. My way of doing it would be, alright, listen up. You're gonna shoot each other. Make them bleed! But before we play the clips of the PvP match, I want to say I love seeing these games go off with the teams wearing their respective colors. I loved it when Satu rolled up in their pristine blues and winter whites, or when Meyrin walked in with the glorious golds and roaring reds. I will admit that I have no idea what the Coalition's colors are, since they aren't exactly tied to a shader, and get a bit more wild with their appearance. Something special about the camaraderie and brotherhood that this whole war instills, each and every time. Getting the chance to take part in something and mold into who you are for a time being is one of the finer joys in life. To set aside yourself and use this unique medium that we all share together, our collective hobby, to take on a role much bigger than the individual. This is something that we all love, put our time and energy into, and at the end of the day, even if everything fades and all we are left with is memories of a time when brothers and sisters laughed in Discord chats, or put their collective strengths and efforts together to overcome immense obstacles, then to this sentimental parking lot profit, I'd consider everything we all put into it a win. That includes members of the Coalition, the House of Meyrin, and the Satu tribe. I thank you all for being a part of this, but this is how the final challenge went.
I keep losing footage because I'm too focused. Watch out. I've got suppressed, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep pre-firing. Watch out for that sweet business. Good. Got some stacks off Iron Lady. Nox is not... Nox picked me off. Shit. There's Bubble on Heavy, so they get Heavy.
I can T-crash Heavy, should I?
Yes. 100%. Go. Go, go.
Right
Let
now,
me
right now?
invis you.
Okay.
Shit, they know. Laura Nox is behind
Heavy.
you. Got her. Just good position break.
That was worth, I'd say. That was worth, I'd say.
Yeah, worth it. Now they can't do anything.
Still have Heavy.
Iron Lady behind us. Ow, I'm dead. You need to Heavy Nox now.
Too late. I couldn't.
Yeah, they're probably gonna play life.
Pussy.
I wouldn't push. No, they aren't playing life. Oh. Nox is dead. Got him. Shame we traded. That was not a trade I wanted to happen.
I'm low, I'm low, I'm low.
Iron Lady's pushing. Watch out. They're both pushing together. They're clamping. They're clamping. Fuck. Get them both. Whew. I can respawn.
Okay, they put well, for sure.
Yeah, they put well on tiebreaker for sure. No, they're pushing. Nox is pushing. Shit. I'm tagged. Why are they pushing? I'm not. Alright, we really need to... How close are you to T-Crash?
I don't have D-Crash. I already used it, remember?
Ready for the well?
Wait. If I can...
Yep. Flanking. Scissor maneuver.
Shit! They knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. I couldn't. No, they
I'm
kept...
tagged. Shit. We might have to joust. Here, let me invis you, and we're just gonna double push. We're just gonna double push Iron Lady. We're gonna double push them both. No. Just... Never mind. They're... What the fuck? I threw. They're hoarding super... They're not gonna use their supers, I guess, until it's like a strategically important resource. Do they have heavy? There's no way I can duel... There's no way I can duel a Lemon Arc.
Oh my...
Here.
What a clown.
We have to kill Iron Lady. We have to kill her right here. She's so cracked. Move. I'm jousting. Nice. We lose, though. Shit. We have to play like that. I cap it here. They're flying in. Yep, well. I need you to Peregrine.
I'm on my way, I'm on my way.
I need you to Peregrine. Go.
Holy sh...
That's how we do it. They wasted a well and a bubble. They know what to do. Watch out, above.
Nah, I couldn't. I shotgun whip.
Nice. Actually, I should have gone,
You have
Nox is lit.
I can't do anything. I can't help you. I can't help you.
Yeah, that's fine. Nox is so fucking lit.
I can't.
We can't break their position. They can fortify any position. That's the shit part. Because of Lemon Arc and stuff.
Yeah.
We can't really break their position, so we just have to try and pick them off. Let's double peek Nox. Ow, he almost got me. They're both there. Never mind. Never mind. Cover. Cover, cover, cover. They're pushing. One of them's probably pushing. Yep, they got bubbles on top. Yeah, on tiebreaker. Good shit. Knock them out of the bubble. Take them. They're running. Good Bastion. Behind us, Nox. Get him out of here. Let's hold. Hold. Run. Good shit.
Well played, boys. Well played.
Thank you.
You guys can do this.
If you guys win, I'll give you each $10.
Mute everybody now.
Okay.
No, that's Nox. He's trying to spawn kill me. Here. Let's hold this.
Wait, Iron Lady behind.
Yep. Shit, Nox got me. You're gonna have to kill her. Good.
Got him.
Nox behind you. Just don't peek Nox. Get tiebreaker, and you should get this. Just prevent Nox from doing anything. I'm gonna link up with you quickly, and we'll see what we can do. Nice. Good, good, good. Iron Lady.
Got him. Oh, clutch up.
No.
Okay.
Just don't push, don't push, don't push. Don't fly in, don't fly in. Good
Got
shit. Now hold this right now. We have to hold this. No matter what.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check behind us for a Nox spawn, and you make sure that
Iron Lady's on me.
Yep. Half. They're both back there. Good. We have them where we want them to. Keep them there.
They're just dumping ammo into my barricade.
Good. I have Tether almost up. I can block them out with Tether, but I don't know for how long.
I don't have any charge on Ravenous.
That's fine. Just my Tether's almost up. I can shoot it down. I can shoot it in front of us and block them out.
They have well and bubble.
That's fine. They can't do anything. They need to push up. Yep. There it is. They're gonna try and use this push up, blocking them out with Tether. They can't push.
Cool.
They're pushing me. Good
I got
shit.
Iron Lady.
Nox is pushing. Nox is moving.
No, he's hiding.
Good. Good, good, good.
He still has well, but I still have my shoulder charge.
Fuck. That's fine. We're still up on lives. Just watch out. They're pushing. They're pushing. They're clamping. Move. We split up.
Got Iron Lady.
Shit, good shit. 6, 5, 4, 3,
Knock
2,
still up there.
1.
I spawned right behind you.
That is how it is done!
Let's go.
Meyrin,
Meyrin, sweep! Holy shit.
It was neck and neck for the longest time, something that I see repeated throughout most of the Coalition's bout against Meyrin. They had them on the ropes, forcing Meyrin to pull out every trick in the book in order to walk away victorious. They did not go down gentle at any given moment. It really speaks to the tenacity of the Coalition, to have such raw potential in nearly every challenge. They didn't put in the most practice or form the best strategies, but there is no doubt in my mind that these are good players. They fought with heart, but in the end, Meyrin once again finished at the forefront. I reached out to Zeno to see what he had to say about this challenge. This was my favorite challenge to work on in Witness, because while coming up with the idea, both me and Cosmic knew people were gonna love it. And for the first PvP challenge of the war that I helped work on, it was an absolute banger. Watching it play out was amazing, as it kept me on the edge of my seat watching the participants live, duking it out, constantly trading blows and keeping it a constant tied game. Never once was I sure which team will come out on top. Both teams played amazingly well, and I am proud of them both. And it was here we once again find ourselves at the gates, our finale. As with my challenge runs in any story worth their salt, our journeys must come to a close. So in the wake of a grand war, to thunderous silence, the doomsday clock was slated for the Coalition, a time in which their chats would be gone to memory and the role evaporated into the ether. Glorious collaboration, cooperation, and memories of time spent together would be given their final sentence. The Coalition gathered in their halls, raised their glasses, and gave a send-off to their temporary home. I remember reading a post from Gary Acolyte. Yes, the Gary Acolyte was even a part of this. It was amazing! I love that little gremlin, even though we have a rivalry going on. I'm sorry, baby, I can't stay mad at you. Saying that the moment he joins a group, they get nuked, and it made me laugh. But it was here that Meyrin stood atop the mountain, and with the Coalition's arms outstretched, accepting of their fate, the slate was once again wiped clean.
It's so sad Steve Jobs died of ligma.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls.
But so it is written in the Chronophobia server. Chronophobia, meaning a fear of time passing you by, that we find wisdom in the past, glory in the future, and today is a gift, which is why we call it the present. I've been Rylee. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. So for our outro, I have the closing thoughts on our moderators for the war. Normally this is the portion where I would read out my patrons who support me. And don't get me wrong, I love you guys and appreciate all the good you've done for me. In fact, most of the challenge runs wouldn't have come out in the way they have if it wasn't for you guys. But this is a community event and I want to focus on that. We could take a backseat for once. And you know I'm gonna be reading those out in those bigger videos. It's like my own form of credits. I get a lot of joy from it by finding new stupid ways to read everyone's name. Next up we have Cosmic, who had this to say. I enjoyed hosting the war and playing the logistics role of it. As much as a sin as it is, I actually quite enjoy statistical math. That was my main job, was coming up with some ideas and getting the numbers tallied for the results. About the war in general, it was a total steamroll that I feel we could have made more fair. This is the first time I've ever done something this huge, and I really like being a part of the duo that brought so many people together for the fun of competition. I heard so many new voices, and I see a few more people that are now sorta regulars when they weren't before the war. That's always heartwarming to me whenever I see the server, which is at 2,000 members now, which is just unreal. If you want to join, I'll put a link in the description and the pinned comment. I mean it this time. I know you're looking, Ginger. I'm gonna forget, and Ginger's gonna be like, "Duff Rylee." And finally, to cap off this video, Zeno had this to say. Literally every possible person, even those who just talked about it, helped make a war that everyone can enjoy. That's a sentence that I never thought I'd say. Me, Cosmic, and Theory may have orchestrated it, but we wouldn't have done it without the participants and people who wait in anticipation for the next war. A heartfelt thanks goes out to Theory, to Cosmic, to Rylee, to both participating teams, and even to you, the viewer. Without your support towards Rylee, stuff like these wars might never have happened. Thank you. Which, goddamn, that is heartwarming to hear from the both of them. Join up if you want to participate in the next one, and I can't wait to crush you under my Meyrin boots. Just go through the whole thing without being biased, and right at the end, just